Hi, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Caroline Reck. I'm the director and co-writer of Cenicienta, which is a bilingual Cinderella story featuring object puppets. And I'm going to teach you the secret recipe for making an object come to life. So there are lots of exciting objects hiding all around you in your house. They could be in your kitchen. Or possibly in your toolbox, like so. Ooh, what's this? Zipper, hose, bracket, or even in your trash can. Look at all this, right? You don't need millions to make puppets. Any of these could be a puppet, okay? So let me tell you about the kinds of objects that work particularly well for object puppetry. There's three kinds. First of all, let's do objects that have interesting shapes, okay? Maybe it just reminds you of a little person. You see a little face on there. That's what I look for a lot of the time. Oh, here's a funny face. A special kind of spoon, but Or, like in Cenicienta, we use some funnels because it sort of looks like a lady with a little top half. This is for making popsicles, but I see a cute little nose right there. So those are the interesting shapes. That's the first kind of good puppet. Next are objects that are bendable or in some way where you can change their shape. Cenicienta, the napkin puppet, falls into that category, but it's things that you can move and shift and change. Look at this kind of cool little zipper guy. That's just an old zipper. Here's something from the trash. It's a little toothpaste tube. This is from the workshop. It's an old ruler for measurements. I don't even know what this is. It's probably for a pump for filling something up, but that could become a really fun little pair of legs to move around. So those are the puppets that are movable or shiftable in some way. And the last kind of puppet just has moving parts. So for example, these guys are really fun. Not only is it an interesting shape that it looks like a person, but I can also move it and shift it around. Here's that little spigot guy for the hose. It has a natural moving part to it. Little brackets, they've got some moving parts. Here's a wheel, or a caster, I should say. This maybe came off of a lamp. Oh, my favorite, toilet paper roll. Okay, with that in mind, go find yourself 1, 2, maybe even 3 objects to play around, and I'm going to teach you a little bit more how to put it in a story. So now that you've got your utensils or your puppets, I'm going to teach you about the ingredients. The first ingredient is really imagination. Look at your puppet. Think about what it reminds you of in the natural world. What animal could it be, real or imaginary? Where's its face? Maybe it has 2 faces. How does it move? Does it walk? Does it swim? Does it fly? Using your imagination, look for at least 2 different ways that your puppet can move. And while you keep working with your puppet, I'm going to talk to you about the second ingredient, which is empathy. That just means caring for somebody outside of yourself. You're going to use your empathy to harness that special life force that you already have just from being alive and transfer it through your hands to your puppet. You can show what's happening in your puppet's feelings by making it breathe. You can show what it's thinking by showing what it looks at. Next, we're going to give your object an obstacle. Every dramatic story has an obstacle or a problem for the character to solve, and the way the character solves that problem reveals their personality. Your obstacle can be as simple as just a book they have to climb over. The drama is in making it look hard to climb, make the obstacle hard to solve. Before, I invited you to find more than one way that your puppet moves. This is going to give you a chance to give your character a transformation, where they show a different way of moving in order to overcome this obstacle. So if you're with a friend or you want to try puppeteering 2 characters at once, you can add a second character. So have one object come out onto your tabletop and settle in, and then bring a second object out and see what happens. The interaction between these characters is the story. Maybe it's a conflict. Maybe they work well together. Maybe they both want to live in the same spot. Maybe they both want to eat the same thing. Maybe one wants to eat the other. So how you tell the story is going to bring about the resolution. Here in this case, I've kind of made one squish or sit upon the other object. But that's not necessarily the ending. I'm looking for a resolution. And there's always the possibility that your 2 objects come together to create one unified object. Maybe your puppets become friends. Maybe they learn how to share. Maybe one just eats the other.
It's your story. Just like Belinda discovered in Cenicienta, it's up to you to write the ending that you want. Thank you for playing along with me.